Hello children, how you all? Hope you are keeping fine children. Today children, I am taking the chapter the First World War as your revision. I have already taken Supreme Court, already revised that chapter. Now I am taking the First World War as it is an important chapter. One by one I will be taking other chapters in your revision class. So children, here are some important points to sum up the chapter. As you will see the slide that here map is also given children, countries in Europe, how the countries involved in the war, in the First World War, it was started between two countries, and how others also joined this one by one. So Europe, the map of Europe is given here, and in the next slide you will see another country that will be shown to you here, Germany. So it was Germany who started, Germany and her neighboring country. It was Germany who started the world war actually, and slowly the other nations, they joined the war, and thus giving it the name the World War, the World War 1, and afterward the World War 2. The children, here are the causes of the World War. What were the major causes that led to the World War? Then it is militant nationalism, then armament race. Race means who will have more arms. Division of Europe into two hostile groups, and Sarajevo crisis, which is the most important one. So, children, this way, these are the four major causes that led to the World War. Now, children, militant nationalism. Here, one by one, I am taking aggressive nationalism. What is the word nationalism means? It means loving one's country and hatred for others. Then economic competition. England and France has colonies in Africa and Asia. Even Russia, Japan, Italy wanted to expand colonies. Everyone wanted to expand colonies for the raw material, children. And market for finished good, as you have already done, while British, because India was also colony of British. So inquisitive of new colonies and expansion of economy ended with armed conflict, because one, if you are starting war, rivalry, if you have rivalry with others, and naturally to fight a war you need arms. So to more and more, to gain more and more power, more and more arms were uh, gathered or were kept to defend themselves or overcome the other country. International tension, this tension was not in one country, it was international. Atmosphere was filled with fear, apprehensive means worry and hatred. Every country was trying to keep huge armies and navies. Many military and naval officers were dominating the civilian authority. European countries were having outright wars to achieve their goals. So all war were taking place to achieve. Then the achieve, what was the goal? To make more and more colonies. So here was, this is the militant nationalism. So now children, the next point was that race of arms. Armament means to have arms. The mad race of armament was a major reason which led to the First World War. Every country was stockpiling armament. Stocks of various arms were gathered in the name of self defense. They were showing others that they want to protect themselves. So if anyone will attack them, then they will use this war. Actually, they were using to attack other country. One country was forced to increase its armament if other countries did that. Germany built a powerful navy to protect her colonies and to come at par with Britain. But by 1914, left behind Britain and France in manufacturing iron and steel. Imperator and largest ship in the world. Now, Germany had largest ship. Now, that is why I told you children that Germany was the first one who started everything. German also dug canal deeper so that battleships could enter its water. England and France were concerned with Germany's growing military power now, because when a other country came to know about power, Germany's power, military power, they were very concerned. They were what concerned, or they were also worried that what will happen if Germany attacked them. This led to the fierce race of armament. Now other country also, they started collecting, piling up the arms. So this was now children, regarding the war, Europe was divided into two hostile groups. There were two kind of states in Europe in 20th century. Single state nations, in which France, Holland and Germany were there, and imperial states, means Australia, Hungarian Empire and Russian Empire. Germany entered with alliance with Austria and Hungary, and Italy formed triple alliance. So ABC triple alliance. Germany, they came together with Austria and Hungary and Italy. So all these three came to be known as triple alliance. Now similarly, on the other hand, France, England and Russia formed triple entente. Japan also later joined this. Now that is why it is said that is the time Europe was divided into two hostile groups. Thus they were divided and unfriendly. They did not have friendly nature. They were unfriendly and they were opposing each other groups. Triple alliance and triple entity. So now children, now Sarajevo crisis is the immediate cause. Now children, Arch, Archduke Francis Ferdinand, the heir of the throne of Austria-Hungary, was assassinated at Sarajevo, capital of Bosnia, in June 28, 1914. It was done by secret society called a Black Hand or Union of Death, who wanted to unite all Serbian into a single Serbian state. Australia served ultimatum on Serbia on July 23rd, making 11 demands. Serbia accepted all except that of losing her sovereignty. Austria declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. Now this was the time when the war started. Now children, this is the table which is given here. Sequence, how, what incident are one after the other, the incident that took place, and later the war was declared. So in the table form it has been given, so you can see it once. In the next slide children, I will show you the next things. You can go through the cause one by one, events one by one, and then I will show you the second slide. This I am making it clear to for you to so that you can read it well. So children, you go through this so that you can understand how it progressed, how this event took place one by one, and later war took place. Now what happened during the war? Britain, France, Russia and alliance were called allied power. Germany, Austria and alliance were called an central power. So children, every time allied power and central power, when you come across these two words, you should know which countries were there. War was fought in area called as fronts. Western front, Western versus Northern France. Eastern front, Germany versus Russian forces. So in these two front, Western and Eastern front, they were having the war. Now children, next one. Now USA entered later. In 1915, Germany U-boats had sunk a British ship, Lusitania. 1153 passengers were killed, including the 123 American passengers. Americans were sympathetic to Britain. Allied power had taken big loan from USA to pay all the arms and the good brought by them. Therefore, USA thought that if Germany would win, it would be a loss of USA and Germany, and USA and Germany would become serious rival to the USA. So USA entered the war on the side on the allied power. So children, next one slide more I will tell you what happened at the end of the war. The treaty, because Germany was found to be guilty of creating that war, so Treaty of Versailles was formed. The victorious alliance met at a conference at Versailles in January 1919. And Paris in 1919, 27 countries were present. However, President of US, Prime Minister of England and France mainly decided the term of peace treaties. That was in Wilson, George, and then also George. Defeated countries and Russia weren't part of the conference. They were not taken as in the conference. As a result of Paris conference on June 28, 1919, the Treaty of Versailles was signed and the war ended. US President Wilson's 14 points negotiating were on the basis of the treaty. It was done in order to prevent Germany from going to war again. Children, in all this, among all these points, Treaty of Versailles is the most important. Almost every year question on Treaty of Versailles comes. So children, you should be very clear with the treaty. It is given in detail in your book. Go through the chapter and learn it well. Now children, I end up my class here. Go through the video. Take care of yourself, children. Have a good day.